Inside this box is a pair of shoes that you've probably heard or seen all around social media in the past few weeks, especially if you're a skateboarder. But I'm here to ask the question and hopefully find out, is the Air Jordan 4 Nike SB collab a shoe that skateboarders would actually want to buy? In this video, I'm gonna unbox the shoe. I'm gonna take a look at the overall detail of the shoe, figure out how it fits. And then later in this video, I'm actually gonna lace up these shoes, go out to the mini ramp, and I'm gonna skate in them. And this is all new to me. As far as the sneaker world, this whole hype beast scenario, I've never really been a part of it. So even to get these shoes, I had to enter a raffle just to be able to buy them. That's like mind blowing to me from someone who skated for over 20 years that I had to be in a raffle to even enter to get these shoes. So how much did I pay for them? I paid $250, the most expensive pair of skate shoes I've ever bought in my entire life. So let's unbox them and see what they look like. All right, first impressions, the logo on the front, the Jumpman logo is super sick on the side here. You can see there's a Jumpman logo and also the Nike SB logo, which I think is just a classic, super cool collab. So opening the box, first impression, you can see the shoe right here. One of the most interesting things, I think, is actually the smell of this shoe. It's just super unique, the way that it smells. Right out of the box, this thing looks massive. Like, this looks like a pretty big shoe. It reminds me of something of maybe like the early 90s. Something that I've skated definitely in the 90s. The color on the shoe is super sick. I love the pine green right here, the red, the white, kind of the gray right here as well. Just a super clean looking shoe. The insoles look super good. I don't know if you could see them in there. Just kind of some Nike insoles. Will more than likely get replaced with some footprint insoles. But overall, for first impressions, the shoe looks super sick. Let's look at some details of the shoe next. So I ended up getting these shoes in a size 10, which I was super stoked on. I didn't really know what the sizing was gonna be like for this shoe. It's a little bit big, but honestly, I buy my shoes smaller because I buy them in suede and I love to break them into where they fit perfectly. Some details that I love about the shoe on the back right here. This used to be the Jordan logo on the Jordan 4s and they've replaced it with a nice and crispy Nike SB logo. The tab on the back has been redone. So from the actual 4, this one's a little bit more flexible. I believe it's to add a range of motion so you have more room here for your foot to move when you're skating. If this was stiff, I imagine this would just tear up the back of your ankle. Another thing that I love with these shoes are the little air bubble. So I don't know if they would help. I assume they would help with impact. So hopefully this will help when you're jumping down some stairs or jumping down a huge gap. The toe of the shoe in comparison to the Jordan 4 has actually been slimmed down, which I think adds a huge value when you're trying to do either a kickflip or a heel flip or even an ollie. Just making that a little bit more narrow should help with a lot of your skating, especially when it comes to flip tricks. The thing I was worried about the most, and what I see with a lot of these collector edition shoes, are they put kind of this material all the way through, but I love that they kept the suede right here. If you've been skating for a while, you recognize this is where you get your flick from, and this is so much harder, this material right here, to do flip tricks on. So I appreciate that they kept this suede, and I love that they have it in gray. So two more details I actually just saw on this shoe. So one, love the Nike logo right here. The other thing, if you can see it, it's gonna be super hard. They've got these little stars on the toe. There you go. Hopefully you can see it right there. I think that will just add some extra grip as you're running up and down the ramp, or just different grip on your grip tape when you're skating. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these shoes on, and we're gonna give a test try of what it feels like to put them on and just to walk around them first. My first time trying on these shoes. They're super easy to get on because of the larger tongue and the tab on the back. Overall, they feel comfortable, but I don't think that's really a surprise to anybody. Nike definitely knows how to make a comfortable shoe. They make shoes in all different forms and for all different style of athletes. So I knew that no matter what, the shoe is gonna be comfortable. When I first unboxed these, I know that they looked big and they definitely feel heavy. Even just walking around, they feel a lot heavier than any other skate shoe that I normally skate. And I normally skate a smaller suede slip-on shoe. So the shoe looks different and it definitely feels a lot different. These shoes actually remind me of a mid to early 90s or early 2000s skate shoe. The original Jordan 4 did come out in 1989, so I'm sure that's why they kind of look that way. They're a little bit bigger, they're a little bit bulkier. They should help protect your foot more than actually worrying about board feel. So I'm gonna take these out, we're gonna skate them, We're gonna see how they actually skate. All right, guys, I'm here on the mini ramp. I'm gonna do 4 tricks in the Jordan 4 Nike SB shoes. I am just gonna skate the mini ramp. I'm not gonna do any flip tricks. These are super expensive shoes, so I'm not gonna tear them up too much. If you do wanna see someone actually do flip tricks and skate the shoe, link down below to this video. He goes through and shares a lot of the flip trick stuff of the shoes, literally just like tears them up. However, since they were so expensive, I think I still wanna wear them after this. I probably won't skate them, so 4 tricks on the mini ramp, and we're gonna test 4 different things. The first thing we're gonna test out is the grip on the bottom of these shoes, and I'm gonna do that by running up the mini ramp. So running up the mini ramp, they do feel super grippy. I'm gonna skate for a little bit to get some board feel and see how grippy it feels on the grip tape as well. They are brand new. Good chance that's the reason why they are so grippy, but let's do 4 tricks. Okay, did the first 2 tricks. I actually think there's a little more board feel than I thought there was gonna be. And it definitely reminds me of like shoes that I skated in the early 2000s for sure, but they're super fun. I might do more than 4 tricks. Okay, so number 3, foot protection. They protect my ankles super well, and then I've actually run out of a few tricks. It is like, since they're thicker, they're nice and comfy when you're running out. I feel the cushion on the air bubble a little bit, and it's super nice to run out. It feels like there's less impact than when I'm in like my slip-ons or a lot smaller, slimmer shoe. And number 4, the weight of the shoe. As I was skating, I actually did more than 4 tricks just because I was having fun. Even though it's a bulkier shoe, it actually didn't weigh as much as I thought it was gonna weigh. It felt similar to a small, slimmer shoe in the sense of weight, which doesn't make any sense because, as you can tell, this thing is like massive. So the weight of it actually didn't throw me off skating a whole lot. So would I personally buy the Jordan 4 Nike SBs just to strictly skate in? Okay, so based on the price, no, I wouldn't buy them. At $250, you could buy 2 or 3 pairs of shoes that I guarantee will last a lot longer than these shoes will. I could be wrong. This is my first time skating them, but I would almost guarantee you could probably get 2 to 3 more other pair of shoes, skate them, and they could be different colors, different types of shoes. They could be a slip-on. For your money, personally, I would not buy these. For how the Jordan 4 Nike SB skate, I wouldn't necessarily buy them for me. That doesn't mean that other people wouldn't buy them. I have seen kind of the puppier shoes return, especially like Kelly Hart on the 9 Club shows a lot of the S shoes that are kind of coming back into style, that mid-90s, early 2000, baggier pant, bigger shoes, smaller wheels. It is kind of coming back. So I could see if that's a style you're into, you could end up buying them, you would really, really like them. Personally, for me, I would probably stick to the same thing I've been skating for like 10 years, and that's slip-on shoes. And then finally, based on what these shoes are and what they represent, would I buy them? Yes. And honestly, I did buy them. It's something so cool to see that Air Jordan, one of the biggest sneaker brands, wanted to do a collab with Nike SB. And they actually made a shoe that honestly doesn't skate too bad at all. And so the fact that Air Jordan would take the time to just partner with Nike SB and make some really rad shoes, I hope more people buy them and actually skate them. Don't resell them, don't hold on to them, go out and skate them or just wear them. These things are sick. Are footprint insoles a gimmick or a game changer? I recently bought a pair of the King Foam orthotic footprint insoles, and in this video, I'm gonna unbox these. I'm gonna take you through the entire process of what it looks like to get them ready to put in your shoes for the very first skate session, and I'm gonna share with you 3 different reasons I think these are an absolute necessity for skateboarders. Let's get it. So first impression of these, I'm actually a huge, big fan of the packaging. I love right here, this insole absorbs 90% of shock energy. On the back of this, you can also see this comes recommended by multiple different people, and I'm going to share a little bit more about this later. But I love the inside of it too. You see in here the different technology that it has right here inside of the insoles. You can see what kind of feet that it's recommended for. It says it's recommended for low to mid arch. You can also see that with the correct insole, and make sure that everything is always in proper alignment from your ankles to your knees all the way up to your hips. So this pair of insoles you can kind of see right here. So I got these for $33.95. You can get these at your local skate shop. You can get them online at Footprint Insoles website, link down below. Or if you can't find them anywhere, I actually have them on my Amazon store, so I'm gonna link that down below as well. But you can see as we unbox right here, it comes with 2 different insoles in here, and there's a few different ways that you can get them ready to where they are ready to go and fitted on your feet. I'm gonna show you how I do it, and we're gonna do that in the kitchen. The first reason I would recommend this to any skateboarder is because this product actually comes highly recommended. If you look on the back of the packaging here, you'll see multiple people that recommend Footprint insoles. One of the ones that is most well known is Aaron Homoki, aka Jaws. Jaws is one of the most famous big jumpers when it comes to skateboarders. He's done some of the gnarliest gaps and has done the biggest stair set in skateboarding ever, the Lions 25. Cue that footage right here. If it's good enough for Jaws, it's definitely good enough for me. Another person it is recommended by is Tony Hawk. He actually said in the Wall Street Journal, it is one of the main things he needs when he is on a skateboard session. And third, and the most unique, it's recommended and used by NASA. Our second step, and the reason I'm in the kitchen when it comes to getting these insoles ready, there are actually a few different types of Footprint insoles. So there's a type called the Game Changers. And the way that they work, you actually put them in the oven, you keep them in there for a certain amount of time, and when you put them on your feet, they actually form directly to your feet. They're ready to go. With these, the King Foams, it actually says on here, they are body heat activated. However, I think we could speed it up a little bit in the oven, so we're gonna use the same process. But let me show you what these insoles look like. When you take them out of the packaging, you can see right here, it's got a little bit of extra cushion right here, a little bit of pad support, and then on the back as well, you can see the heel is quite a bit thicker to take care of your foot. And if you can see here, it's still pretty flat. So like I said, body heat activated to make sure that it forms directly to your feet. We're gonna speed that up. And then also in here, if you look in the packaging, it gives you this small package of almost like a half circle that you can see here. What this is intended for is to add even more support, protection, and cushioning on the heel. So after you get this all heated up, there's a sticky side on this. You put it on the back of your heel and you have extra heel support. But like I said, we're gonna speed these up in the oven. So we're gonna put these into the oven, preheat it for 250 degrees. For the Game Changers, it's about 8 to 10 minutes. We're gonna do these for 8 and see if it helps. Reason number 2, I would highly recommend these to any skateboarder, is that they have done a ton of tests with these insoles. If you've ever been on Footprint's Instagram, you've probably seen them dropping bowling balls onto the insole underneath a cinder block, and they've done it with a ton of different insoles. Instead of me trying to explain what that looks like, if you've not ever seen them, I'm going to show you those videos here. After the timer's up, you're gonna reach in here. Be careful, they're probably going to be pretty hot, but not too bad, you can still pick them up. And you're gonna put them directly into your shoe. Perfectly centered in there. And then put your foot in the shoe. And you'll feel it's definitely super cushiony as soon as you put it in. So I'll do the other one. And one of the things I wanted to show you, if you do need to cut to make sure they fit, you can cut anywhere through here. You just want to make sure you don't go past the laces when you're cutting. So we'll put them right back in. You definitely want to take your time and make sure they're in there centered on your foot. After that, you're going to walk around for about 10 minutes. And the third reason I would recommend this product to anybody is because I use it. I've actually had 2 different knee surgeries over my 20 years of skating,
And my last surgery I had was a 10.5-hour knee surgery where I was told I wouldn't be able to run or to skate ever again. And when I would skate, it was almost like there was a timer on my knee. Like after a certain amount of time, I just couldn't skate anymore. Honestly, it was like hard to walk the next day. And when I heard about Footprint, even though they were kind of expensive, I still ended up buying them. And what I've recognized is over time, as I've continued to wear them, it helps me strengthen my knee. I'm able to skate longer, so I'm building up a lot of those muscles in my knee. And it's something that honestly, I think it would be a lot harder for me to skate in normal insoles than if I actually had the Footprint insoles. So I recommend it because I use them every single time I go out to skate, and I can tell a huge difference when I have them in my shoes skating or when I don't. And honestly, I can tell a huge difference even when I'm just walking in my shoes or standing on cement. If I have them in my shoes, my legs aren't as sore at the end of the day, but if I don't have them, I can definitely tell when I'm wearing like a normal insole in my shoe.
I want to figure out what in the world is so special about these wheels. They're supposed to be able to do something that no other wheel has ever been able to do before, and everybody on social media keeps talking about it. So over the next few videos, I'm gonna take these wheels and put them in different scenarios and skate them in different places so I can figure out, is this actually the best wheel that you can buy overall in 2023? Let's get it. Disclaimer, Pau Peralta did send me these wheels. However, they're not paying me to make this video. So all of the opinions that I'm gonna have, my review on this is gonna be 100% authentic. In summary, what is supposed to be special about these wheels is that when you skate them, they feel like a soft wheel. So they go over cracks, they go over pebbles, you don't have to worry about skidding and falling. However, if you've ever skated a soft wheel, you know that they're very tacky, they're very sticky, and you can't revert. So the thought with these are they are supposed to be soft enough to roll over, different things that when you're skating. However, they should still allow you to be able to slide to do reverts, and they've been working on this exact formula for these wheels for over a decade. Now that we have unboxed the wheels, since I'm gonna set up some brand new wheels, I thought I would also set up some new bearings. And the bearings that I skate are the Bronson G3s. So when I set up a new board, there's some people that see these come in the package as well as this and they end up not using them. These are washers, or also known as speed rings, and this is your spacer. So I use them because they send them. Why would you not use them? So these help to make sure that you're not making a connection with your truck or to the nut, and it gives this more room to spin. And then the spacer just makes sure that your bearing, even if the inside of the wheel gets cored out, that they are always the correct space apart. You don't have to use them. I always use them. Okay, so now that we have our brand new wheels and bearings on our trucks, my board's pretty beat up, so I think we're also gonna put a new deck together as well. So if you've seen a lot of my videos, you've seen that I ride different shaped boards. So specifically like this one, you can kind of tell I did a whole video. I'll make sure to link that video up here. But like this one has more of the flat tail, so this helps with saran wraps, and then it has more of a like pointy nose. But every now and then I like to switch back to a different deck. So this specific one, this is an 8.5, more of a normal popsicle shape. And then the company that I ride for, if you didn't know, the board company is Untitled Skateboards. Link in the description if you want to check out any of their boards. Check them out down below. Let's set this thing up. Two quick tips when you're putting grip tape on a board. One, if you go through and you cut and you don't like the way your cut looks around the edge of the board, if you take some of the extra grip tape, piece it together, you can actually go through and sand down the sides so that it looks more cohesive. The second tip is if you've ever used just a razor blade kind of on its own, it feels weird and it kind of hurts your hand, you can actually buy these. They hold the razor blade in here, so one, it's a little bit safer, and then two, it's a lot easier to use. Link down below if you want to buy some of these. They're inexpensive and definitely worth it. If you can't remember which truck is your front or your back, sometimes people will put it on here, like an F or a B. if you do enough grinds, you finally start getting this little groove like I have, so I know which one's my back truck. All right, so we just got the new board set up with the new Dragon wheels, the new Bronson G3 bearings, and then I love this graphic. Super sick new Untitled skateboard, 8.5. That's the shape I ride, that's the size I ride. So we're gonna take this board next, and let's see how these wheels do on the mini ramp. All right, guys, we're out on the backyard ramp. Changed my shirt into the Andy Anderson shirt. You can check out that video up here where I unbox all the Pal Peralta stuff. But we're here with the Dragon wheels. We're gonna see how they work on the ramp. And I thought the best way to do it would be 3 different categories. So we're gonna do how the wheel actually feels in comparison to a regular wheel, how it sounds, and then also, will this one actually revert? That's the whole thing. It's supposed to be able to skid, but feel like a soft wheel, so let's check it out. The intention of testing these wheels on our ramp is because it is a wooden ramp. So I'm gonna do a few different obstacles throughout the next few weeks where I test these wheels on different surfaces. So today, you can see our backyard ramp. If you've never seen it, it is wooden. So you can see it right here, but we also have ramp armor on top. So this is like skate light or gator skin. It's like a plastic kind of material, but it's supposed to last a lot longer than normal plywood. So I'm excited and interested to see how it interacts with this specific surface. Anytime I'm skating this, I'm normally skating on like a lot harder wheel, so it's pretty easy to revert. But yeah, first let's see how these wheels feel in comparison to normal wheels. So let's try to do like 5 warm-up tricks and see how similar it feels to a regular wheel or how different it is skating just the Dragon wheels in general. So 5 warm-up tricks. So I'm sure you can probably hear the difference, but even when I bonk my wheels, it's just a lot quieter and it's a little bit softer like a soft wheel, but so far they're reacting the same way like a normal wheel would. So when I did the Fakey Disaster to Sugarcane, like it just slid right in there. It's super interesting. So I know there's no way for you to like actually feel what I'm feeling when I'm riding the board, but I hope doing some of those tricks, you can kind of hear the difference. Like when I did the sweeper and I smacked the deck, you can hear it's like silent, and that's because it feels squishy and it's like taking more impact, almost like a soft wheel would. And it sounds like it's gonna rain, so I don't have much longer to finish this video, but the next thing we're gonna do is a sound test. So I'm gonna take the Dragons, I'm gonna pump back and forth and see if you guys can hear the difference between those. And this is my wife's board, but these are the wheels I would normally ride. So these are PowerFlex, super hard wheels because I used to skate a lot of transition, specifically in cement bowls. So I would be able to screech these wheels, do reverts, but I think just pumping back and forth, you're gonna hear the difference between the Dragon wheels and normal hard wheels. Also, fun fact, look at this one. It's got my name on there. Kind of cool. So this one is the Dragon wheels. I'm gonna try to get you guys as close as possible to see if you can tell the difference between how they sound when I'm rolling. So they're pretty quiet. You can kind of hear my bushings squeak, but that's like all you can pretty much hear. It doesn't sound like a normal wheel rolling, even on something like ramp armor. Let's check the other one out. This is the other board. You will also probably notice this board is like a 775, so my feet look massive on this board, but I'm gonna put the camera close to it. Let me know if you can hear a difference between the hard wheels and the Dragon wheels. I feel like I can tell a huge difference in the way that they sound. If you can, comment down below which ones do you think are louder, the Dragon wheels, the hard wheels, or do you think they sound the same? Comment down below. Let's do the revert test. The thing that is supposed to make these wheels so special is that they're supposed to be soft, so it's a little bit easier on your ankles and your knees, but the whole thing, they're supposed to be able to slide. They're supposed to be able to revert. It's not supposed to be tacky or catchy like a cruiser wheel. I'm gonna try to do like 5 tricks that I revert out of. Let's see if it actually reverts or not.
worked.
So far so good on reverts. The only two that I've like fallen on, I've just felt weird. Like rolling up, it feels like a soft wheel. So both times I actually kicked out or like bailed, but every single time I've committed to the trick, I've reverted out. The only thing I've noticed different is it doesn't make the same sound, which I think I'm recognizing more and more in skateboarding. I love the sounds of skateboarding. So that's the only thing that I'm not quite used to yet. Next, I'm gonna try to do a back disaster because sometimes I'll scoop into them and kind of slide my wheels around. And then next I'm gonna do some layback, like revert stuff to see if I put my weight on it, will it also revert, or will the extra weight be like tacky and make it stick? Ooh, I'm spitting everywhere. Let's end this video with some layback tricks and then just some fun tricks that I like to do just to cap off this session the right way. And then I'll give you my full review on these wheels, specifically on a wooden mini ramp. Okay, so pros and cons of the Dragon wheels. Pro, I actually like how soft they are. It helps a lot with my joints when I'm skating. Whether you know it or not, I had a couple of really gnarly knee surgeries that I've had to relearn how to skate because of, and I feel like I could skate a lot longer because of these wheels. They're softer and they take like a little more impact. Another thing that I really like, I do like how smooth they are. Because they're so smooth, they help you get a lot more speed. Like you maintain your speed a lot better. Whereas hard wheels, if you hit anything, you start slowing down. And because of the friction of how hard they are, if you're on cement, it also starts slowing them down as well. So I do like that about these. Another pro is that they react like a normal hard wheel. So like they slide. None of my tricks were harder to do. They just felt different because of the type of the wheel that it was. But like the tricks weren't harder. It was mostly mentally just in my head. And that leads me to like probably the biggest con of these wheels is they just feel different and they're hard to get used to. Like I think if I skate them for a few sessions, everything would be all good. But as of right now, if you're someone who likes the sound of hard wheels and screeching across cement and just the sound of like reverts in general, you may not like these. I had a few tricks where you could kind of hear these revert, you could kind of hear them make noise, but it sounds like a rubbery noise and less like the authentic screech you would get on cement, or sometimes even on something like our ramp armor that we skate. Inside this box is the most anticipated Nike SB drop that it's gonna happen all year. So in this video, I'm gonna unbox this shoe, show you some of the details of the shoe. I'm gonna put it on, and then at the end of this video, I'm gonna take this shoe out to the mini ramp and I'm actually going to skate it. That way you know, as a skateboarder, how this shoe actually skates. And I'm gonna share with you what one skate shop did to make sure that only skateboarders could get this shoe. Let's get into it. So how much did this pair of shoes cost? I got these at my local skate shop, shout out Escapist, for $130. If you were to buy this specific pair of shoes in a 9.5, which is what I got, on StockX today, they are $331. So super stoked to enter the raffle to win these. So what are these shoes? These shoes are the Nike SB Dunk Low. They're a wolf gray colorway in collaboration with professional skateboarder Yuto Horigome. And if you don't know who Yuto is, he is an incredible contest and street skateboarder, and the first person to ever win a gold medal in the Olympics street skateboarding event. So as we unbox the shoe, just by the first look is these things are sick. I'm gonna take them out and put them right here so we can look at them a little bit closer. But first look, these shoes, the colorway is super sick. And one of the cool things about the colors on the shoe is they actually all resemble where Yuto started skating in Tokyo, Japan. There was a park there that he started skating at, and they had a lot of marble ledges, which represents kind of this gray suede. And then you also see on the back right here, this represents the cherry blossoms that were there in the park. So pretty cool, paying just some different homage back to where he started skateboarding at. Just by looking at the toe of the shoe, we can see it's a little bit slimmer, specifically for skateboarding, and we see that with a lot of Nike SB Dunks. It's perforated so that your foot stays cool when you are skating. And I love that they added this gray suede right here, this wolf gray suede, so that when you do flip tricks, you don't have to worry about your foot slipping off. It grips the grip tape really, really well. As we look at the back of the shoes, one of the things that you will see pressed in is a circular feather emblem that's pressed directly into the shoe. And on the Nike website, it says that it's Yuto's family crest, but on the Nike SB website, it says it's an emblem that was designed by a Japanese artist. So it could be one of those things, it could be both, it could be neither. It's kind of a bit of a mystery. One of the things I love about Nike SB and just what they do with shoes is they know that skateboarders break laces. So they made sure to give you extra laces for these shoes. They have this kind of pink color that's supposed to represent the cherry blossoms. If you don't like that, there's also the brown color as well. But I appreciate there are multiple different ways that you can wear these shoes when you buy them. For me, I'm sticking with the white. I think it looks classic and it looks clean. So as we look at the tongue of the shoe here, you can see there's a gray label on the front. It's got the Nike SB logo, and then below we see Yuto's name branded right there. And on the inside of the shoe, we'll see that same feather emblem. We don't know if it's a crest or if it's just something an artist did, but this time we see it in that pink color, and I think it just ties it in super well. On the back of the shoe here, you can see there's a little bit of an extra heel pillow. And the reason that's there is one, for comfort, but then two, it's also for support. You wanna make sure that since this is built for skateboarders, that you are making sure your foot is in there, it's consistent, you know where it's gonna be, your foot's not gonna be moving around when you're actually skating. I think this is an incredible idea. More companies should be doing this. And lastly, the insoles, pretty classic looking Nike SB insole, some extra cushion right here and up here up front. And you can see the logo on here. We've got the Nike SB logo, and this is supposed to represent the cherry blossoms from Tokyo, Japan, where Yuto's from and grew up skating. All right, let's go ahead and lace these things up and let's get a first impression of how they feel on the feet. So first impression of putting on the shoes, I absolutely love the heel pillows that are on the back. It definitely makes me feel like my foot is firm and secure inside of the shoe. I noticed that the tongue is a little bit less puffy, and I actually kind of like that. I think it gives more range of motion for my heels. I think that's something we definitely need as skateboarders. And I love the way these things look. Like, they look incredible on my feet. I love the colorway. I cannot wait to take these out and actually skate them. All right, we are here on the mini ramp, so we're gonna see how these shoes actually skate, and I'm gonna look at 3 different things. One is how do they grip on the ramp. So I'm gonna run up the ramp, and then I'm gonna run up the larger side of the ramp and see how these shoes grip specifically on our mini ramp. The second thing I'm gonna do is the board feel. How does it feel when I'm skating the mini ramp? And I'm gonna do a couple of flip tricks to see what the board feels like on these shoes. Third, I'm gonna let you know how fast they break in, and if I would actually buy these shoes at the end of this video. Let's skate them. So running up the ramp, the shoes feel good, grip feels great. I did a couple of warm-up tricks and the shoes are feeling good, so I'm excited to see how it'll be when we do some more difficult tricks. All right, so we've tested the shoes on the ramp and they feel pretty good, but I guarantee you guys wanna know how they are when it comes to flip tricks on flat ground, so I'm gonna do a few of those as well. Also, I don't ever do flip tricks or skate flat ground, so I'm sorry you have to see this. Skating these shoes on flat ground did take a little bit longer to get used to, and that's just because they are a little bit bulkier. If they were kind of the plasticky material, it would have been a lot harder to skate, but I do appreciate the little grade that they have. It made it a little bit easier to do some of my flip tricks, and I felt like it really caught the grip tape well. There wasn't as much board feel as my normal slip-ons, and that's why you can see here, I landed in primo time and time and time again, but I definitely was able to do some of my favorite flip tricks. So I would highly recommend these shoes, even if you are just skating flat ground. They're a little bit bulkier, but they also protected my foot really, really well. All right, well, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that session. I like never skate flat ground, so those tricks took a lot longer than I'll probably say on here, but the overall testing of the shoe, it feels really good. I was a little worried because it is a bit puffier. I'm used to skating slip-ons. It would take a little bit harder to break in, but honestly, this shoe broke in super well. I probably skated flat for like what, 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And the only thing that really is on here is you can see kind of the suede's a little bit broken up there, but that's okay because these shoes are meant to be skated. And speaking of skateboarders getting Nike SB shoes, there was a shop in Hawaii, 808 Skate Shop, and they made sure that only skateboarders could get these shoes. The way that it would work, when you enter the raffle, if you won the raffle, you went to the shop to buy the shoes, they would see if you could do a kickflip. You actually had 3 tries to try to do a kickflip in front of the shop, and if you could not land a kickflip, you could not purchase the shoes. I think that's pretty cool. I think some people are kind of bummed about it, but literally like Yuto's shoe, this should be owned by skateboarders. We shouldn't have to go pay whatever it costs on StockX. We should be able to get these and to actually skate these. So as far as the shoe, I would highly recommend getting them if you could get them at retail. Now these are $130 on retail, and I think they are super nice. They're super fun to skate. I thought about saving them, but I'm a skateboarder. I'm gonna skate them. I'm not a shoe guy, but I really did enjoy skating this shoe. Now, if you were to get the shoe off StockX or some other website, I would recommend not getting it. At like $310 or $330, whatever we said it was, I wouldn't get it. You could probably get 3 to 4 other pair of shoes that are gonna last a little bit longer, and I would highly recommend getting those. But if you ever wanna get any other Nike SB Dunks, make sure first and foremost, check out your skate shop. See if you can go there, support them before going to StockX or anything else like that.
This is the old Nike SB Janoski, and this one is the brand new, recently released Nike SB Janoski. How different are they? In this video, we're gonna unbox this brand new shoe, look at some of the differences of this shoe, put the shoe on the feet, and then we're gonna go out to the mini ramp. We're gonna skate this shoe and see how different is it? Did they actually make it any better? Let's get it. I recently purchased the brand new Going Green Nike SB Janoski shoes, and I've skated a ton of these shoes. My favorites that I've ever skated are the Nike SB Janoski slip-ons. I literally skated those shoes for like literal years. Nike first released this shoe 14 years ago in 2009, but for some reason in 2019 these shoes took a hiatus and were no longer in production through Nike SB. And when this shoe first came out, Stefan Janoski was actually the second pro skateboarder to ever get a shoe on Nike, right behind professional skateboarder Paul Rodriguez. The Janoski was actually one of the best-selling silhouettes on the Nike SB line and the Nike line all together. So it really was a surprise when the shoe went out of production and took a hiatus back in 2019. The brand new release of this shoe has taken an entire year of R&R, but it's supposed to be re-engineered so that it is a completely different and better skate shoe. Let's unbox it and see what it looks like as a first impression. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox this thing. And the first thing that I notice and love about these shoes is the colorway. I'm gonna get more into that a little bit later, but one of the things that is supposed to be new and different about this shoe is the black ankle collar. Also, you can kind of see it up here as well. They're supposed to be re-engineered and redesigned so that it's a little bit more stiff. If you've ever skated this shoe, you know that it's super lightweight and it's easy to flex. However, if you skate them for a certain period of time, this starts to lose kind of its stability, and then it makes it a little bit harder to skate or to stay on your actual foot. So I think re-engineering this, giving more support is gonna help a lot more when you're skating. Another thing I love about this shoe is the leather laces. This isn't really anything that's new to the Janoski shoe. However, if you're a skateboarder, you know how annoying it is when you break laces. The reason that I skated the slip-on so much, there were no laces to break. And so I absolutely love having everything ready to skate. One of the worst things ever is when you're skating, you break a lace and you have to stop in the middle of the trick to go through and relace your shoes. So the leather laces are a little bit harder for them to break through, which makes you able to skate a lot longer, and there's less stuff to adjust. You can just go out and skate. Another difference is this green colorway. This is called the Going Green colorway. This is Gorge Green. And we've never seen a Janoski that's this color Stefan Janoski actually said the reason that he picked the colors of some of the new releases that have come out, if you've seen them, they've been kind of crazy, is because he was heavily influenced by pop culture. I think it's kind of cool. The older that I get, I definitely like some of the brighter colors, and it looks a little bit different than what you'd normally see on your feet, which kind of gets me stoked to go out and skate and do something different. The next thing we see in the Janoskis is the cork insole. This also isn't something that's new to the Janoski. They've had other shoes that have had these in there before. I really like the way that it looks, and I like the way that it feels. The intention of it I thought was kind of interesting. So the whole intention of the cork insole is so that you can wear this shoe when you're barefoot. So like in the summer, if you wanted to wear these barefoot, this is supposed to help to where your shoe isn't gonna stink as much. If you're a skateboarder and you're skateboarding and you are skating in shoes without socks, I would think it'd be like pretty gross anyway and pretty slippery on your feet. So if that's something you're into, great. Me, probably not gonna end up doing that. Another thing that I do love is even on the cork insole, they still made sure to put Stefan Janoski's logo on there. I love this. It is just a nostalgic logo for me to be able to look at, and I love they put it on this specific insole. One thing to note about the new Janoski shoes, if you don't like the cork insoles, they also have another one that you can wear as well. Really interesting, different color. It's funny, it's kind of like fuzzy on the bottom. I don't know if that really matters as far as you wearing any socks or not. And then both of them also have some extra heel cushion, some heel support for when you're jumping down that set of stairs. Another cool thing they do when you purchase these shoes, they do give you an extra pair of laces. So if you want to do something a little bit different, a little bit brighter, a little bit louder, they have these that you can put on the shoe and skate as well. I don't think you'll be able to break through these leather laces super easily, but if you do, you've got this kind of crazy backup color that you can throw on. Something else that has been re-engineered in the shoe is the sole traction. Nike SB said they also added an update in the sole traction for tuned-up performance, fit, and feel. Looking at the bottom of this, I can't really tell a difference, so let me show you a side-by-side of both shoes. And I don't know, you tell me. They both kind of look the same to me. I don't know if one's made out of different material, but just by looking at them at first, they both look pretty similar. So I'll definitely know a difference when I go out and skate them later, but as for now, just looking at them, I can't really tell a difference. So when you look at these shoes side by side, they are the exact same size. They're both 9.5, but you can already see a few differences. The first one I noticed is that the toe size on this is a little bit bigger than this one. The reason I think they did this is because you can be more consistent with your flip tricks when you have a longer toe. It's a little bit easier. You have more room to also flick the board, whereas this one's a little bit shorter, and that leaves room to be a little bit more inconsistent when you go to flip your tricks. Obviously, a few of the other differences of these shoes are the colorways, the laces, and then the insoles. All of these can be changed, but when you purchase them, those are the difference between the newer shoes and the older ones. Now that we've seen some of the differences, let's go ahead and take this shoe, put it on, take it out of the ramp, and let's go see how this actually skates. Putting on these shoes, it felt like a normal Nike SB Janoski shoe. I think they'll be pretty quick to break in. The only things I'm not super loving about this shoe is actually the leather shoelaces. They just look super weird and they're kind of hard to tighten. I know that they last longer, but excited to go out to the mini ramp and actually skate these things. All right, so we just got out to the backyard mini ramp, and I can already tell going up and down the ramp, like just running up and down, it's a lot more grippy than normal. So I can already see how the improved traction is on the bottom of these shoes. So I'm gonna do a few different tricks. I'm gonna give you a couple different angles. As you can see, Olivia's here. So she's gonna shoot some slow-mo stuff. That way you can really get a better view and feel of the shoes while I do these tricks. I'll give you my review after the skate session. first impression of skating this shoe, man, I love this shoe. It is probably one of my favorite silhouettes, and then just like favorite skate shoe to skate in general. You heard me say before, I'm not a huge fan of these laces. They just kind of look weird and they don't stay on here super well, but they didn't rip, they didn't break, so I think that's a huge plus on these. But man, it's just a classic. It's easy to break in, it's easy to skate. I'm sure you saw at the end of the video, like I was doing tricks that pretty much I only know how to do, like some of my harder tricks, and it just felt normal. One, because I've skated this shoe so much, and then two, it is so lightweight, durable, and like it's easy to break in. So I would highly recommend this shoe. I know when the shoe first came out, it was like $95. I've seen it on like StockX or even like CCS, some discounted places for like 50 bucks. So I would highly recommend, go get the shoe, go and check it out. I do think in comparison to this shoe to the old Janoski shoe, I don't really see a huge difference, but maybe it's just because I've skated it so much. I did feel a little bit support on the heel, just from that collar being a little bit more supported. So I think that helped. But I also don't know if that's just because the slip-ons I've skated forever and they're like super stretched out. But yeah, love this shoe. I think it's a great colorway. If you do want to buy this shoe, I'll put a link down below. I don't know how many will be there, but if I find someone on sale, I'll make sure to put those down in the link below. I'll put that link down below in the description, so hopefully you can buy these shoes. If you have skated these shoes, let me know, comment down below, tell me what you think about these, or just let me know what your favorite skate shoe is. And comment down below if you want to see me do any more reviews on different shoes. Tag some shoes you think that I should check out. Maybe it's your favorite pair of shoes or ones that you just have questions about in general.
Inside this box could be the best round rail that you could purchase in 2023. With the holiday season here, I wanted to find out. So in this video, we are going to unbox this rail, give you my first impressions. We're gonna put this thing together, go out and skate it, and I'll give you a final review at the end of this video. Let's get it. In this box is a round rail from Ramtech. However, this video is not sponsored by Ramtech. They did send me this one to be able to review, but I'm gonna give you my complete, honest review. So let's unbox this thing. And right off the bat, what I see that I think is so cool about this rail is like, it is lime green. Like it is super easy to see. And it looks like it also comes into two pieces. So you can see here, this looks like one piece. Also, like this is pretty heavy. Like this is a pretty heavy duty rail, and this is only half of it. So super cool that it like comes into two pieces. Let me get some of these zip ties off and we get a better view of it. There it is. All right, let me see. I've got one of the legs. All right, let me see if you can see on the screen, like look at the color of this thing. And I can already tell just by looking at it, hopefully you can see right there too. So there's multiple different heights you can put the rail to. So if you want to start down here, which is probably what I'm gonna do, and then kind of work my way back up. But this thing's pretty heavy duty as well. Yeah, first impression, this thing feels really high quality. Another thing that I just noticed about this that I really love is one, you can see like the little slip pad right here. So if you weigh a little bit more like I do, if you're 32 years old and you're out here trying to skate a rail, they have these little anti-slip pads so that it'll stick into the cement. That way when you try to do like a frontside Smith or a frontside lip slide, your rail isn't moving all the way from the left to the right, but it's able to stay in the exact same spot. So I'm excited. This looks like it's gonna be a really good rail. Another thing that I've not really seen before, it looks like if you wanna put it into wood or cement, there's also a little hole right here that you can screw them down. That way it's not going anywhere. So super sick. Let's see if we can get this whole thing out of here. Out here looking through the box. One of the cool things I've noticed about this rail already is the amount of feet that it has. So this one actually came with 3, which is super sick because that also means there's probably one that's gonna go in the middle of the rail. If you've seen this other rail review video we did, if not, it's gonna be right here. Make sure to check that out. When we skated the rail, when me and my friends started skating it or skating it from higher impact, when we weighed a little bit more, the rail actually started to bend and dip down in the middle. So having this extra foot right in the middle for support, I think is huge. Super cool, excited to set this up. And then lastly, one of the things that I think is really cool to note, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you can see this is only half of the rail. And I think the benefit for this, for sure, is like you can put this in your car, you could go somewhere, you could store it pretty easily, because you can see That's half of it. And you can see the other half is right here. So you can see right here, like it hooks in together, which is awesome for the amount of space it could take up in your vehicle or in your garage. However, I'm interested to see what this will feel like when you put something over it, when you try to grind across it, because you're gonna be able to feel that notch. I almost guarantee you will, but we'll figure out when we actually skate it. Also, how about this sound? Can you hear it? One of the last things I wanted to share about the rail that I think is cool as well. If you've ever had a rail that you put pins in when you adjust the height, the worst thing is when like you put the pin in and then you lose it, because then you can only skate like the smaller height. But they did a really good job of putting not only the pin, but you can see also there's a little ring right there as well. And then you have this on this side to make sure that you don't lose it. So it clips in, you've got your spacer, you've got your hook, you've got this here as well. Super rad. I think I'm gonna try to set it up right here. All right, I'm gonna set this rail up right here in the kitchen. Then I'm gonna take it out to the driveway. It's like 50 degrees outside. I thought we were gonna film a mini ramp video, but there was still ice on the ramp. We're gonna go to the driveway. We're gonna skate this rail. I'm gonna pretend I'm 13 again and see if I can do some board slides. All right, well, this rail was super easy to put together. Everything pieced together very easily. One of the things that I do love is the little pins were easy to put in. I put all of the legs on the shortest length. So for now, I'm gonna go out and just skate it at the shortest length. I was a little worried about where the two rails connected, but now that I'm looking at it, the way that they've set it, it feels like it's gonna be able to where you can grind across. I still think if you do a 50-50 or a Smith grind, something on your truck, you're probably gonna feel this little space right here. And then when you piece the rails together, all it really takes are these two different screws that go right in here. And they even give you a tool right here to make sure that you have them tightened down so that they don't come apart when you're skating them. All right, now that we have this rail assembled, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out to the driveway and skate it a little bit. I am not a rail skater by any means at all, so hopefully I can do a couple of board slides and give you a better review of how this rail actually skates. Another cool thing about this rail is you can move the middle foot of the rail so you don't hit it as you skate the end of the rail. So you can see right here, I turn this guy this way, so that way as you roll up, you're not hitting it if you're just skating the last bit of the rail. I'm gonna warm up a little bit, see if I can do a few board slides and give you a better review of what it feels like to skate this rail. Like I said, I'm not the best rail skater, but you got to see a few different board slides, and you can even skate over this thing. It's fun because, like I said, it has different heights. I put it on the lowest because I gotta work on my ollies. That's why I skate transition a ton. But here's some of the things that I love about this rail. First thing, that you can turn this foot sideways. This is huge because you'll see that I did a few different tricks where I was popping from like right here, and when this is this way, you're like running over it before you pop, so it's super nice to have this here, and when you ollie over it, that's nice as well. One of the other things I was worried about was this guy right here, because since there is this little bump, I thought that if you did a grind or a board slide that you would notice it. I didn't do any grinds, but on my board slides, I went right over it. Like I never even felt it. You can see I did board slides the whole way and then a few front boards, never noticed it. Okay, so would I recommend buying this rail? Absolutely. I think it's a super fun rail. Like I said, you could put it in the car, you can put it in the garage. It's easy to store, and it's super fun to skate. It's very durable, and I love that it's actually like strong. I love that it has the brace in the middle. I love that it's a good size round rail that has multiple heights that you can connect it to. And then also it's only $189, and that may seem like a lot, but if you're like me and you live in the Midwest, it is hard to skate in the winter. So if you have this in the garage, it's easy to pull out, put it in the driveway on a warm day, and you can skate it. So if you want to purchase one of these, link down in the description below. So I recently had a conversation with the team manager of Powell Peralta, and I'll share more about that conversation later in the video, but they sent me this box, and when I asked on Instagram if we should do an unboxing, you guys said yes. So what I'm going to do is show you what it looks like when a sponsored skateboarder receives a box of product. Am I sponsored by Powell Peralta? I'll also share that later in the video as well. Everything that I pull out, I'm gonna share with you how much it costs so you have a better understanding when a sponsored skateboarder receives a box of product, how much that box costs. What if I just like chop through something? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, there's enough stuff that it's taking up my whole desk. Since this box is so big, I'm gonna set it on the ground, but as we take stuff out, I'll show you what the product is, how much it costs, and then we'll lay it all out on the desk so you can get a better understanding of how much stuff is actually in this box. So let's put this thing on the ground. All right, first thing, it looks like we've got a hoodie or like a crew neck, a hood, and it's the Winged Ripper, and it says it's a mid-weight hoodie. So I think you can kind of see it here. I'm gonna open it so you can really see what it is. Quality of it looks super cool. We got a little pocket logo, the Powell Peralta Winged logo right there. Hope you can see it. And then on the back, we got the same thing, just like a little bit bigger. So super cool. I think this color is really rad. It's kind of like a heather green or like an army green. It's kind of like lightweight too. I think I'm just gonna wear this for the rest of the video, so. All right, what do you think? How's the hoodie look? I think it's sick. When I looked on the website, it took a little bit to find it, but it's the Powell Peralta Winged Ripper hooded sweatshirt, and it's like a mid-weight. The color they're calling this is Army Heather, and this is $64.95. Okay, next thing. I thought it looked familiar, and it's because it is. So they sent 2 of these. Once again, same size, it's an extra large. We talked about when we hit 5,000 subscribers, either giving away a board or we could give away this hoodie. Comment down below and let me know, would you rather have a board or this hoodie? So we got another one. This one was also $64.95. So the next one we have, same logo. You can kind of see it right here. I'll open this as well, but it's the Winged Ripper, another XL, gray shirt. Oh, long sleeve shirt. So super sick. You can see the pocket logo right there. And then on the back, same logo. I think that logo's sick. Like it's classic, timeless. So the gray shirt that we just talked about, it is a long sleeve. It's the Powell Peralta Winged Ripper long sleeve, and they're calling this the Athletic Heather. And this shirt is $38.95 on their website. So our grand total right now is $168.85. Comment down below right now in the video and let me know if you think this box is gonna be worth more than $500. It's crazy, we're like 3 things in and we're already getting close to $200. So let's see what we have next. All right, oh, I remember this one. Short sleeve t-shirt. Let me know if you've seen this logo before or if we have any Andy Anderson fans out there. Gray shirt, little pocket logo on the front, and then it has, I think Andy's logo is so funny. It's got his logo on the back, got the helmet on, the long hair flowing, super sick. After looking on Powell's website, the Andy Anderson black t-shirt is $28.95. Super stoked, man. If you're an Andy Anderson fan, I would definitely recommend getting that one. And that brings our grand total of the box so far to $197.80. We still got some more stuff. I don't know if we'll hit the 500 mark. It'll be close, we'll see. Next one, big fan of this t-shirt already. I think this color is like super rad. I love the colors that Powell puts out. I know like Dan Corrigan's like pretty known for wearing like the light pinks, but yeah, I saw this color, thought it was super sick. It looks like this is a skateboard skeleton graphic. So let's check this guy out. Oh yeah, pretty familiar logo right there. So little pocket logo here on the front, and then we have the same logo, just a lot bigger on the back. But I think, man, I think this one's sick. I think the colors in this one are really rad. This is something that I'd wear. If you've seen me skate, if you've seen like any of my videos, I wear a lot of brighter colors, especially on my board. And I think it's just because I've skated for so long that I get kind of bored of looking at just like black grip tape. And so to switch it up, have like some bright colors, kind of reminds you of the 80s, super sick. So after looking on the Powell website, this is the Powell Peralta Skateboarding Skeleton t-shirt. And this one comes out to $28.95. So grand total right now, we are actually $226.75. If you think I'm wrong, check my math, comment down below. Also, a fun fact, math is like one of my worst subjects ever in high school. So if I am wrong, yeah, it could be. Next t-shirt, super stoked, same if not similar color. This is probably one of the only shirts I actually asked for, so super stoked on it and to show you guys it. If you have ever done a fakie 360 on a skateboard, backside, this is the guy you want to thank for coming up with that trick, Steve Cab. This one is sick. So this is the dragon shirt, Cab designed this, super sick. Love the little pocket logo on the front. And then I know you guys already saw it, but the colors on the back are super sick on this t-shirt. Pal does an incredible job with their graphics and their colors. Okay, now watch me try to fold. So after looking on the website, the shirt is in fact the Steve Caballero Street Dragon shirt, and they're calling this an ice teal. If you're wondering sizing on all these shirts, they're all extra large, that's what I wear. So if you're looking at it and you're wondering if the graphic looks too small or too big, if you get a smaller size, the graphic will probably look bigger, but this shirt is $28.95, and that brings our grand total of all of our apparel up to $255.70. We have some other skate stuff. I'm super stoked to share it with you because they're kind of like some hot topic items, some things that I see talked about a lot on social media. Next thing, you've heard about them on social media, you've seen Andy skate them, the Dragon wheels. These are 55s. I pretty much heard like everybody talk about these, so I definitely wanted to get them. When I looked on the website, they had two, so it looked like they had these, but they also had like a lime green one. I wanted the lime green. I'll share in a moment why I didn't get the lime green. But supposedly, if you don't know anything about these, they're supposed to be a soft wheel, but still able to slide and do like reverts on wood, on cement. So there's probably some videos coming with this in the future. So on Pal's website, these are $44.95. And everybody that I've heard that has bought these has said they're absolutely worth it. So I'm excited to do some videos. If there's anything specific you want to see me do for a review on these wheels, make sure to comment it down below. We have some ideas, but I would love to hear from you guys what you think that we should do. And so with the wheels, grand total of the box right now is $300.65. And it looks like not only did they send over one set, but they sent over two. So hopefully we'll be able to do like a pretty crazy video, and then maybe we can actually skate these. If I like them, I'm probably gonna keep them on my board and actually skate them. So super stoked on these. Thank you, Pal. So grand total right now with the two wheels put together, we are at $345.60. Two more items. If you can guess the length of the box, you probably know what the product is. So the first one, you've probably seen this one everywhere as well, but it's the Andy Anderson twin tail board. This thing is wild. So I've never actually like seen these in person. I've never really seen anybody really skate these. I think maybe more people skate them like on the West Coast, but here in Kansas City in the Midwest, I don't know that I've ever seen one of these even in the wild, but it looks super sick. You can kind of see the nose right here, a little bit of a shovel nose, a little flat on top. I'm stoked on that because I think it'll help with me doing saran wraps with it just being a little bit flatter. But yeah, I mean, this board is super sick. This is also the flight deck. So the reason they wanted to send these over, I think, is to test some of the durability and strength. And I might get another shot of this so you can see, but you can kind of see woven into the top right here, there's a little bit of like some sort of fiber or something in there that's supposed to make this board a lot stronger. I've seen videos of people setting up these boards and like running over them with vehicles, and they just go right back to the exact same shape. But I've never skated them. So super excited to skate this. I mean, I see a lot of people skate it. It looks like they do well. I see these boards all over social media. So I don't know if it's something that I would buy because it is such a crazy shape for me to like take a risk and skate it, but I am stoked that I get to try it out. If there's any other videos you want to see me do with this board, let me know down in the comments below. We have some ideas. We're gonna do some kind of normal wear and tear with it. But if there's any questions you have about it, anything I can answer, please comment down below. Send me a message on Instagram. I'd love to answer anything I can. So we looked on Pal's website. This board is not an ordinary deck, and it's also not priced like an ordinary deck. So if you wanted to buy these on Pal's website, as of now, we're hoping this video will come out in the next few days. As of right now, it's sold out. So you can't actually get this board. on their website. You might be able to get it at your local skate shop. Always go to your local skate shop, always buy from them. But this deck is supposed to last a lot longer than normal decks, and they price it that way as well. So if you were to go buy this on the Pal Peralta website, this is without grip tape, but it is $109.95. So as of right now, that puts the grand total of the box to $455.55. And we've got one thing left. And I didn't know they were gonna do this, but they sent two. I think this will be fun because we can do the normal wear and tear. We can skate this like a normal board, skate the mini ramp, skate some transition, do some flip tricks on it and see how it really reacts. But at the same time, if we wanna do something crazy and try to like go over it, you know, maybe in a vehicle or do some different strength testing, I think it'll be a good way for us to be able to test it. Like I said, let me know if there's anything that you guys think we should do that would be super fun, or any questions you have about these decks. I'd love to be able to answer them for you. And that leads me to my next thing. So I'm not getting paid by Pal to do any of this. I'm not sponsored by Pal. The way that it worked is DeVille just reached out, saw some of the social media stuff we were doing, a lot of the SKATEBNB videos that I hope you've seen on Instagram. If not, make sure to check the link down below. We've got SKATEBNBs, something you need to check out if you're going on vacation and you want to stay somewhere with an incredible mini ramp or private skate park, check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know as well. But through those videos, DeVille connected with me and just said, hey, I like your videos. I want you to try some of this stuff out. If you want to create videos, great. If not, no big deal at all. But considering how much this box costs, the total of this box is $565.50. I figured we could at least do an unboxing and then we'll do a few different videos, maybe some shorts. But like I said, let me know what you guys want to see so I can make content that you actually enjoy. I hope this gives you a good picture of what it looks like to be a sponsored skateboarder and what you can expect when you get a box. I will say a lot of my friends that skate for more well-known companies probably get more boards than this a month, but you know, each one of these decks is probably similar to 2 different decks as far as pricing. You could probably get 4 decks for the price of these 2. So that may be able to last them throughout the entire month. This is what it could look like if you continue to just skate hard, have fun, find companies, find sponsors, find a skate shop that wants to sponsor you. One day, you could be getting these in the mail. I'm not getting these every single month. If you want to learn more about my sponsors and kind of who I actually ride for and who supports me as I continue to support them, I'll have all of those links down below. We just got a box in from Keen Ramps. We have a 2-foot by 4-foot quarter pipe. I'm going to share with you guys how long it took to put this quarter pipe together. And then also we're going to skate this tomorrow. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how much all of this costs. Stick around to the end of this video. All right guys, if you remember from the last video, we put together a Keen Ramps quarter pipe. Looks just like this guy, right? Put it together, it didn't take super long at all, but today we're actually gonna skate it. So I'm here with Skater Chan, AKA Chandler Makes, AKA Chandler Man. This will be fun. We don't have a whole lot of run up. It looks massive on this fisheye, but yeah, we don't have as much run up as you think that we do. So I think we'll try to do like collectively 10 tricks and then give a review on the ramp. So let's get it. Also, another fun fact, when we put this ramp together, one thing I didn't put on there, because you definitely just saw us carry it, it comes with all these wheels, little casters. I'd recommend putting them on. It wouldn't have helped us through the grass, but it still would have been cool. And if you're wondering like, what's this guy? We'll tell you about it in another video. It's coming out later, you'll see it. That doesn't count as one of the 10, but one trick went down. One of the things I do love about this ramp, when you do go to pick it up, you can see me and Chandler carried it. There's a little hand grip, so you don't have to like smash your fingers when you pick this thing up. And it looks pretty sick. I think clips will look sick on this. Reminder, it's only 2 foot. So 2 foot, 4 foot wide. So slight adjustment with it on the ramp armor. It slid a little bit, so we kind of threw these guys in here. Should work, we'll see. Surprise visitor on the session. Man, the session we had yesterday, it was fun, but it was super hot. Here in Kansas City, it was over 100 degrees. Even in the shade, our ramp's mostly shaded, it was still super hot, but it was a lot of fun. There's something about skating a ramp you built in your backyard with your friends that reminds you how fun skateboarding is. It kind of teleports you back to when you first started skateboarding as a kid. But anyway, more details on the Keen Ramps quarter pipe. If you were to purchase this quarter pipe from the Keen Ramps website, it starts out at $539. That's like the most basic option. That's everything that you see on our quarter pipe. But you can also add Skate Light, which is a premium top sheet to put on the top of your ramp, and it makes it last longer through different seasons, especially with weather. Like us, we're here in Kansas City. The Midwest winters we have are pretty gnarly, so Skate Light is a huge benefit to any ramp. Also, you can add caster wheels. I showed you those in the video, but it would be the easiest way to move your ramp around. If you're just by yourself lifting that thing, it'd be a lot easier with the wheels. And lastly, you can also add weather resistant coating, and just like I said, it's another way to make sure that that quarter pipe is gonna last even longer. If you were to add every single one of these premium options to this quarter pipe, it would come out to $761. Obviously, this kit's big. It's gonna cost quite a bit to ship, or that's what you'd think. But if you live in the United States, excluding Hawaii and Alaska, everything from the Keen Ramps website as far as ramps ship for free. The weight of this ramp is 105 pounds, so you can pick it up and move it, but those caster wheels are gonna make it way easier. Once you assemble this quarter pipe, the assembled dimensions are 24 inches high, 48 inches wide, and 57.5 inches long. A few of my favorite things about this ramp are, it has a 6-foot radius on the transition, so it's perfect to learn new tricks if you're an advanced skater, and it's also the perfect transition for new skaters learning brand new tricks. I love that everything was pre-drilled, the instructions were super simple to read, and all you need is a drill to put this ramp together. They provide screws, they provide instructions, and they literally show you the best way to do it so that it will last for the longest amount of time. I also love that the Keen Ramps logos were cut in this ramp. I think they look super sick, and the overall ramp is super durable. If there's anything I could change about this ramp, I would love to make the deck of it a little bit longer. Right now it's only about 2 feet, so even if you go to deck your rock to fakies, you have your front truck hanging off the complete other side of the ramp. However, if you make the ramp bigger, if you make the deck bigger, what's gonna happen is it's gonna be heavier and bulkier, so honestly, I'm okay with it just the way that it is. We have some of the most popular skateboard items of 2023 in this box. So in this video, I'm going to unbox all of them, give you a first look of what they look like, and share with you how much each item costs. At the end of this video, we're gonna put all of those totals together so that you know how much this entire box costs in case you wanted to purchase all of these items. Let's get it. Let's go ahead and get this box open, and I'm gonna be using my trusty independent carabiner pocket knife. There is one board that I'm super stoked on. I hope that it's in here. It may not be the most popular board, but it's one that I'm super excited for. It's probably gonna be at the bottom, so make sure to stick around to the end of this video to see if we actually got that board or not. Okay, so first glance into the box. There is a ton of stuff in here. I don't know if you can see it. I think I'm gonna put the box on the floor, and that way as I take stuff out, I can show it to you guys. We'll put it all on the table so you can get a better look at everything that's in this box. I wish it was a Bass Pro box. The first thing we have is this Pal Peralta air freshener. I thought this was super cool because it's something that I've not seen a lot of companies do, and I love that they have like the graphic. So this is one of the OG, I think this is the Skull and Sword graphic. Super rad. This is a cherry scent, and you can purchase this on the Pal Peralta website for $5.95. We have the Pal Peralta rib bones. So these are 14.5 inches. For these, I actually ended up getting the black ones. You can see them right there. And one of the things I love about these when you do purchase them, they even come with, hopefully you can see right here, they also come with the hardware that you need to make sure to screw these onto your board. The whole intention and reason of having these is so that you can put them on your board, one, to protect the graphic, but two, these help you slide a lot longer. I know there's a lot of people that say these are for cheaters because they help you slide a lot longer, but man, they're fun. They're super awesome. You can purchase these on the Pal Peralta website. These are $14.95. Another cool thing about the rib bones is that if these are in here, the board that I actually asked for is probably in here too, because these are gonna go on that board. And I'm gonna do a whole nother video talking about the best way to install these. So if you have any questions about that, make sure to comment down below. All right, next, if you've seen my other video, you've seen these. These are the Powell Peralta Dragon wheels, 56 millimeter, 93As. I've been skating these for a while. I love skating these. There are a few different things about them that were a little bit harder for me to relearn. Definitely because it's a softer wheel, it was a lot harder to get used to skating, just the feeling of it. But I've had a blast skating these. I would highly recommend these. These wheels are a little bit more expensive, but I definitely think they're worth it. It's been a lot easier on my joints when I'm skating, but then it's just been something different that's been fun too. You can actually purchase these on the Powell Peralta website. They have them in multiple sizes. I think they have 52 all the way up to 58, and they are $44.95. All right, the next thing that's gonna come out of the box is another set of wheels, and I'm super excited because I've skated the Dragon wheels, and I've heard there's another set of wheels that are even better, and we've got them. So these are the 52 millimeter Andy Anderson Nano Cubic wheels. Super excited to skate these. I actually asked for them to send me 56s, but I didn't recognize these are so new that they only have them in 52s. I actually think just yesterday on the website I saw they came out with a 54 millimeter wheel. Maybe I'll end up trying to get those, but since I just got these, it's kind of hard to ask for new ones right away. I still think I'm gonna put these on and skate them and see what the difference is between the Dragon wheels and the Nano Cubic wheels. If you wanna see that video, make sure to comment that down below. You can purchase these wheels on the Powell Peralta website as well for $44.95. The next thing we have is the biggest sheet of grip tape I have ever seen in my life. So this is a 10.5-inch sheet of grip tape. This one is 33 inches and it's the Powell Peralta sticker. So it's the OG sticker grip tape. I know there are a lot of people that don't like graphic grip, but honestly, I think this one's super sick. And this also makes me think that the board that I asked for is gonna be in here. Definitely need this grip tape for that board, so it's at least 10.5 inches wide. But I love this because it's just fun. Like I probably wouldn't put this on a street board and go skate like a street part, but as far as just like putting this on a really cool board, skating the mini ramp, skating a pool, just like having fun, I think this is a super rad piece of grip tape to have. If you're looking for just a different type of grip tape to put on your pool board, on your cruiser board, something that's a little bit wider, I think this would be a great option, and you can get it on the Powell Peralta website for $18. So one of the things I asked Powell to send me was Andy's newest board, the one that just came out, and they're completely sold out, so they didn't have any of them available to send, but they did send me an Andy Anderson board that I don't have yet, so I'm excited to show you guys that one. It is, I think this board looks super, super sick. So this is Andy Anderson's first board. The shape on this one's crazy. I've not actually seen one of these in person, so this is wild. This one is an 8.45. The shape is super unique. Like you can see the tail is basically flat on that end. We've got these weird lines on the side of it. You've kind of got these rail looking lines on the side for Primo. And then you've got this big shovel nose that's kind of flat on the top as well. So super cool board. The top graphic is super cool as well. I think it's right in line with what Andy would want on the top of his board. And then I just love the color of this one. I think they released this one in a blue, so to see it in a different color is super rad. But yeah, this board's super sick. You can buy this one on the Powell Peralta website. This is not one of their flight decks, so this is a 7-ply. This one's one of the maple boards, and it is $84.95. So not only did Powell Peralta send me that one, but they sent me 2 of them. So we were talking about switching up the boards on the back, so I think we'll go ahead and put one of these on the back and just leave it as a wall hanger. And then comment down below if you want to see me do a review of this board in comparison to his egg-shaped board, the twin tail board. I've not set that one up yet either, but I need to set it up, and I think it'd be fun to do a review video and see the difference between his first board and his second board. Comment that down below. All right, so there's only one more board in this box, and there's a specific one that I asked for that I think is gonna be in here, so super excited to find out if this is actually it or not. And it is. This board is sick. Look at the color of this one. So this is like the OG Skull Ripper graphic from Powell Peralta. This is a 10-inch wide board. You can see this thing is like, it's massive. It's only 30 inches in length. And if you look close, you can see the wheel wells that are cut out here as well. And they have a really cool top graphic on this one too. I hope the color of this shows up as well in the video. I can see it right now because like this thing's sick. This is gonna be so fun to put the rails on this board, the grip tape on the top, maybe cut this guy out right here and just be able to skate this. Yeah, I am super stoked on this board. If you wanted to buy this board, this is the OG Ripper board. It's on the Pal Peralta website. It is $84.95. And I think this one is definitely worth it. If you're looking for something different, it's just fun to skate, this is a great option for you to be able to purchase. All right, so I'm going to do different videos throughout the next few weeks, kind of reviewing some of these products a little bit more in depth. And then I'm gonna do some setup videos as well to kind of explain why you would skate rails, why you need the wider grip tape on bigger boards, and then also how to put different grip tape on boards if you wanna do a different style of grip tape on the top. So comment down below if there's any video that you specifically wanna see out of everything that's here. I wanted to do an unboxing video so that you guys could see all of the product that Pal sent me. And I want your opinion as well. Is there anything you want me to do a more in-depth review of anything that I unboxed? And if you have any video ideas, please make sure to comment those down below. But the total price of all of this stuff right here in this box is $383.65. So super rad, not super expensive either for everything that's in here. And like I said, a lot of this is some of the most popular skate items I've seen on the internet. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna do something a little bit different. I recently just got a box from Keen Ramps, so I thought I'd do a little unboxing with you. I have no idea what's in here, so I'm gonna unbox it on camera. It's a mystery box for me, and then I'm gonna let you know the price of everything in here so we know how much this box costs. Let's get it. The reason Keen Ramps sent me this box, I don't ride for Keen Ramps, I don't work for Keen Ramps, but if you follow me on social media, one of the things you've seen me post is a lot of Airbnbs with mini ramps or with skate parks. And the founder of Keen Ramps, his name is Corey Keen. He actually owns this Airbnb.
And number 3, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath guest house with an arcade and a mini ramp that has a spine. The cost is $139 a night. It is located in Long Beach, California. And the owner of this Airbnb is Corey Keen of Keen Ramps. So you know this mini ramp is perfect.
So we ended up connecting after I posted that video. He's a really rad dude. We're hoping to connect more and maybe do some projects at some of his Airbnbs in the future. But an easy way for him to say thanks was to send this box over. So super excited to get into it and see what he actually sent. So let's go ahead and get into this box. As you can tell, it's kind of the size or shape of a board. So I'm hoping there's a board in here, but let's go ahead and open it and get into it. This is my Pro box opening knife, Cabela's. It's like 10 bucks. Love it. All right, let's put this guy away. So I don't know if you can see in there, definitely a board in there. I might wait to do that one last. It definitely looks like there's some other stuff. So let's do the board last. Might be a shaped board. All right, looks like we got a little jacket. We got a little t-shirt. We got this little Ziploc baggy looking thing here. So kind of cool. Let's look at the t-shirt first. So super stoked on this one. If you know, this is sick. If you know anything about me, I love wearing black. So, and I also love like just the super clean logo on here, the Keen Ramps logo. The back, the logo is super funny. So here's the back logo. Super funny. Got a little saw in one hand, flat bar in the other, just a hammer walking, ready to do some work. Keen Ramps t-shirt, super sick. Definitely have to wear this on some sessions. Let's put this over here. Folding skills, 7 out of 10. Let's check this out next. I don't even know if this is on their website. It kind of looks like this is just something that they made, but this is kind of cool. I mean, it's something we could definitely put like screws in here when we work on the ramp. And so inside, a few different stickers in here. So you can see here's one of their stickers, super sick. Probably my favorite is just the logo sticker right here, the Keen Ramps one. And then the last one, kind of just the K and the R right here. So super sick. Definitely gonna put these on the boards. Keen ramps, man, they make really cool stuff. I'm gonna put them back in here so I don't lose them. I know that I said I think I'm the most stoked on the board, but this jacket looks super sick. So it's like a coach's jacket. It's got the Keen Ramps logo embroidered right here. Can you come up and get a close-up of the embroidery on there? Super cool, super clean looking. And I'm a huge fan. This one has like pockets. I know that's super small, but super cool. Yeah, this is like super high quality. The color on this is sick too. I think I'm gonna put it on for the rest of the video. I think I'm just gonna wear it. I know the sun's out and this might make a lot of noise, but it's pretty sick, right? Yeah, this is super cool. I definitely don't wear it with the collar up, that's for sure. But super sick. Hopefully you can still hear me over all this sound. Okay, so probably the moment you've been waiting for is what kind of board did they send? So as we pull it out, you can kind of see the tail doesn't look like a normal tail. It's more of a square tail, which if you've seen any of my videos, you know what I skate. Super stoked. Those are the boards I like. So let's look at the shape of it first. So a little bit of a shovel nose up front. Like I said, a little bit of a square tail here. The graphics super sick. Cannot wait for you to see this. So here's the graphic. Has the Keen Ramps logo up here, up top. On the middle, has this really funny graphic. There's like a quarter pipe here, a skull and a rat on it, a palm tree. And at the bottom it says ramp rat. So this board's super sick. I don't know the sizing, I'll have to look. I skate 8.5. It looks like it's probably an 8.5, but I don't know if I'm gonna skate this or this might just go up on the wall. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Should I actually skate this board or hang it up as a wall hanger for the backdrop for some of our videos? Because super sick. I didn't even know they made these boards. And this one is, the shape looks cool, but I don't know. I might hang it up. Let me know, comment down below. And then the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look on my phone and see how much all of this costs. So I'm gonna go through and look at their website and see what they're pricing everything out as. All right, so I was looking on the website and the two things I actually couldn't find on the website, one are the stickers, which Corey, you should have these on the website. These are awesome. Like people would definitely buy these. I would assume if you were to buy like 3 in a pack, it would probably be around $5. So we're gonna say for all the stickers, let's just keep it safe and go on the low end, and let's say these were like $10. I think they should be more than that and they're super sick, but for now we're gonna say, let's say they're $10. And then the other thing that actually wasn't on the store either is this, which I kind of assume, but yeah, this is super sick. Like I'm definitely gonna use this to put some spare skate parts in here. We'll definitely find a use for this. So this one, we're gonna say it's priceless. This one's gonna be priceless. And I'm gonna believe that someone from there even hand spray painted this on here. So thank you guys, this is super sick. So the next thing is the t-shirt. So the black t-shirt, logo on the front, kind of the hammerman on the back. This on the website is $25. So good price for the shirt. The shirt's solid too. Like it's an American Apparel shirt. It's thick, it looks like it's gonna last. 25 bucks on their website. All right, so the next thing, the jacket, super sick. Obviously I've been wearing it the whole time, so it's probably my favorite piece of apparel that they have on their entire website. And if you were to purchase this on their website, it is actually $64.99. So $64.99. We're gonna add it all up and put it all together at the end. So the last thing on here is the Ramp Rat deck. And on the website, it actually says that it comes in multiple sizes and colors. So you may not get this exact color, but you have different ones to choose from. They have different sizes, including the shaped board. And if you were to purchase this from Keen Ramps, I don't know if it comes with grip tape or not, but if you were to purchase this, it comes at $65. So after doing some quick math, if you add all that up, it comes to $164.99, which is super sick. I love the products, they're super rad. And if you're looking to purchase some products like this, or if you're wanting like a really rad rail or ramp for maybe your driveway, your backyard, Keen Ramps does some incredible work. Make sure to check them out on Instagram. And I'm gonna put the link to their store down below. Make sure to go check out these products as well as all the incredible ramps that they do. They do a bunch of collaborations, and even if you want like a full mini ramp, just like this one, they have one that you can purchase on their website as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more unboxing videos, leave a comment down below.